In the dazzling world of fame, where fortune and adoration seem limitless, the private lives of celebrities often tell a very different story. Behind the glitz and glamour, some of Hollywood's biggest stars have struggled with compulsive behaviors that go far beyond public perception. From high-profile affairs to reckless addictions, these personal demons have shaped careers, shattered relationships, and led to shocking downfalls. Today, we're diving into the stories of 25 black celebrities whose sexual obsessions and indulgent lifestyles have left fans stunned. Stay tuned as we uncover the truth behind the headlines and explore the real cost of fame. Bobby Brown's life has been a whirlwind of fame, fortune, and personal struggles, but nothing defined his journey more than his tumultuous relationship with Whitney Houston. Their love story, once seen as a match between two of R&B's biggest stars, quickly became a cautionary tale of addiction, infidelity, and self-destruction. From the moment they got together, their relationship was marked by public controversies and private battles. While drugs and alcohol played a major role in their downward spiral, Bobby's compulsive sexual behavior only added fuel to the fire. His infidelities weren't just fleeting mistakes. They were a pattern, a coping mechanism for deeper insecurities that he struggled to face. For Bobby, sex was an escape from the chaos of his personal life, a temporary validation of his worth beyond the music industry. As his fame skyrocketed, so did his reckless behavior, engaging in numerous affairs despite the undeniable love he and Whitney shared. The infidelity, combined with substance abuse, led to a toxic cycle of emotional highs and lows that neither of them could break free from. Their marriage, once filled with passion and promise, soon became defined by turmoil, public scandals, and mutual self-destruction. Even after Whitney's tragic passing in 2012, the ghosts of their past continued to haunt Bobby. He has since opened up about his regrets, acknowledging the role he played in their toxic dynamic. Over the years, he has worked towards sobriety and has attempted to turn his life around, focusing on his family and personal well-being. While he can never undo the past, Bobby Brown's journey serves as a powerful reminder of how fame, addiction, and unchecked desires can consume even the most talented individuals. Eddie Murphy, known for his legendary comedic genius, has lived a personal life just as colorful as the characters he portrays on screen. While he's never publicly admitted to any struggles with sex addiction, his long history of relationships and high-profile affairs has kept the tabloids buzzing for decades. From brief flings to marriages and everything in between, Murphy's love life has always been a subject of fascination. With a total of 10 children from multiple women, Murphy's relationships have been anything but conventional. His romances with famous names like Nicole Mitchell, Mel B, and Paige Butcher have all made headlines, but it's the sheer frequency of his relationships that has led to speculation about his ability to commit. Unlike some celebrities whose indulgent lifestyles have led to public breakdowns, Eddie has managed to keep most of his personal affairs private. However, that secrecy has only fueled more curiosity about the true extent of his romantic escapades. Despite his reputation as a ladies' man, Murphy has always maintained a level of grace and composure in the face of rumors. He has balanced his life as a father, a Hollywood icon, and a man who thrives on romance. Whether his pattern of relationships is simply a byproduct of his fame or something deeper, one thing is certain: Eddie Murphy's love life is just as intriguing as the roles he brings to the big screen. Lamar Odom's life has been a roller coaster of extreme highs and devastating lows. As an NBA star, he reached the pinnacle of success, winning championships with the Los Angeles Lakers and earning millions in endorsements. But behind the scenes, his personal demons, particularly his addictions to sex and drugs, threatened to destroy everything he had worked for. Unlike many athletes who keep their struggles hidden, Odom has openly admitted that his compulsive sexual behavior and substance abuse were deeply intertwined, creating a vicious cycle that nearly cost him his life. Sex became an obsession, a means of escape from childhood trauma, personal insecurities, and the pressures of fame. Engaging in multiple encounters daily, Odom used intimacy as a way to numb the pain, but the relief was always temporary. His reckless behavior extended beyond his personal life and into his career, affecting his performance on the court. His declining discipline, late-night partying, and substance abuse eventually led to a downward spiral that saw him benched, traded, and eventually pushed out of the NBA. The most shocking moment of Odom's struggle came in 2015, when he was found unconscious in a Nevada brothel after a near-fatal overdose. For days, he clung to life, suffering multiple strokes and kidney failure. Miraculously, he survived, and that moment became the catalyst for his journey toward recovery. In his memoir, Darkness to Light, Odom detailed his battle with addiction and the steps he has taken to turn his life around. Today, he continues to work on his sobriety, using his story as a cautionary tale to help others struggling with similar demons. For Ray J, fame and controversy have always gone hand in hand. While he has built a respectable career in music and television, his name remains inextricably linked to the infamous sex tape with Kim Kardashian, a scandal that changed both their lives forever. The leaked footage in 2007 not only catapulted Kim into superstardom, but also cemented Ray J's reputation as Hollywood's ultimate playboy. Overnight, he went from being known as Brandy's little brother to a household name, but the notoriety came with a price. Ray J embraced the attention, fueling his persona as a ladies' man through a string of high-profile relationships. From flings with reality stars to tumultuous romances, his love life became a tabloid sensation. His relationship with singer Tierra Mary was filled with drama, while his on-again, off-again romance with Princess Love played out on reality TV for the world to see. Despite multiple attempts to portray himself as a reformed man, Ray J's reputation continued to follow him, with leaked text messages, rumors, and interviews only adding to the speculation. In recent years, Ray J has attempted to settle down, marrying Princess Love and starting a family. However, even his marriage has been rocky, with multiple publicized breakups and accusations of infidelity. While he may no longer be the reckless party boy he once was, his past still lingers over him, raising the question, can Ray J ever truly escape the shadow of his own making? Rick James wasn't just a funk icon. He was the embodiment of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. From his legendary music to his larger-than-life persona, everything about him was excessive. His parties were infamous, his relationships were chaotic, and his vices controlled nearly every aspect of his life. But while his music gave him a platform to express himself, his personal indulgences eventually led to his downfall. James openly embraced his addictions, blending drug-fueled nights with an insatiable appetite for women. Unlike others who hid their habits, he flaunted them, making no apologies for his extravagant lifestyle. However, this recklessness came at a steep cost. His relationships were volatile, often ending in scandal and controversy. His drug use only amplified his erratic behavior, leading to violent outbursts and run-ins with the law. His rock star lifestyle ultimately caught up with him in the 1990s, when he was convicted of kidnapping and assaulting 2 women in separate incidents, crimes fueled by drug-induced paranoia. He served time in prison, marking the beginning of his decline. Though he attempted a comeback in the early 2000s, his years of hard living had taken their toll. In 2004, James passed away from heart failure, his body worn down by decades of excess. While Rick James remains a musical legend, his legacy is forever tied to the cautionary tale of a man who lived without limits, only to be consumed by his own vices. Usher Raymond has been a dominant force in the music industry for decades, captivating audiences with his smooth vocals, electrifying dance moves, and undeniable charisma. However, while his career has been filled with platinum records and Grammy Awards, his personal life has often been clouded by controversy and scandal. Over the years, Usher's romantic escapades have been a hot topic, with numerous high-profile relationships and flings keeping him in the tabloids as much as on the charts. Despite being viewed as a heartthrob, Usher's love life took a major hit when allegations surfaced that he had knowingly exposed multiple partners to a health condition without informing them. The claims led to lawsuits and a media frenzy, with the public questioning not only his character but also his judgment. While Usher never openly admitted to wrongdoing, the damage to his image was undeniable. The scandal overshadowed his musical success, with fans and critics alike debating whether his personal life had finally caught up with him. Through it all, Usher has remained relatively quiet, choosing to let time and his artistry speak for itself. Rather than publicly fighting the allegations, he focused on his music, his children, and his business ventures. While the controversy still lingers in the background, his ability to maintain his career despite the scrutiny is a testament to his resilience. Whether his reputation has fully recovered remains debatable, but one thing is certain: Usher's talent continues to shine, proving that while scandal may slow him down, it hasn't stopped him. Bill Cosby was once one of the most beloved figures in American entertainment. As the star of The Cosby Show, he shaped a generation's idea of family values, earning the title of America's Dad. His decades-long career as a comedian, actor, and philanthropist painted the picture of a man dedicated to uplifting the Black community. But beneath that carefully curated image lay a deeply disturbing reality, one that would ultimately shatter his legacy. When multiple women came forward with accusations of sexual assault, the world was left in shock. The allegations, spanning decades, painted Cosby as a predator who used his power and influence to take advantage of young women. Many claimed he drugged them before assaulting them, revealing a chilling pattern that contradicted everything he had stood for publicly. As the number of accusers grew, Cosby went from being a revered father figure to a symbol of betrayal and abuse. Despite vehemently denying the accusations, the weight of evidence against him was overwhelming. In 2018, Cosby was convicted and sentenced to prison, though his conviction was later overturned on legal technicalities. His release did little to restore his reputation, as the damage was already done. Cosby's story is a grim reminder of how fame can mask darkness and how unchecked power can be exploited. Once a hero to millions, he is now a cautionary tale about the dangers of influence and the importance of accountability. Shaquille O'Neal is known for his dominance on the basketball court, his larger-than-life personality, and his impressive business empire. However, despite his success, Shaq has openly admitted that his greatest personal failure was his inability to stay faithful in his marriage. Unlike many celebrities who shy away from discussing infidelity, Shaq has taken full responsibility for the breakdown of his relationship with ex-wife Shawnee O'Neal, acknowledging that his actions were the primary cause of their divorce. Shaq's infidelity wasn't due to a lack of love for his wife, but rather the temptations that came with fame. With his towering presence, wealth, and status as an NBA superstar, he found himself constantly surrounded by admirers. In his own words, he had too many options, and he struggled to make the right choices. The allure of the spotlight and the lifestyle that came with it made monogamy difficult, leading to decisions he would later regret. Since his divorce, Shaq has made an effort to grow from his past mistakes. He has repeatedly expressed deep respect for Shawnee, calling her an incredible mother and co-parent. He has also used his platform to speak about accountability and the importance of family. While he may never erase the mistakes of his past, his willingness to own up to them sets him apart from many other celebrities who choose denial over self-reflection. Today, Shaq continues to focus on his children and personal development, proving that while fame may bring temptations, true growth comes from acknowledging and learning from one's failures. For years, R. Kelly was hailed as the king of R&B, with timeless hits like I Believe I Can Fly and Ignition defining an era. His smooth voice and undeniable talent made him a global superstar. But beneath the success lurked a disturbing reality. Allegations of sexual misconduct had followed Kelly since the late 1990s, yet for years, he managed to evade serious consequences. His influence, wealth, and legal maneuvers kept him shielded from accountability, allowing him to continue his predatory behavior unchecked. The turning point came with the release of the Surviving R. Kelly documentary in 2019. The six-part series gave a platform to numerous women who accused him of grooming, manipulating, and abusing them, many of whom were underage when their alleged encounters with Kelly began. The documentary sent shockwaves through the music industry and reignited calls for justice, ultimately leading to his arrest. The once beloved singer was now exposed as a predator, and the public could no longer ignore the overwhelming evidence against him. In 2021, R. Kelly was convicted of sex trafficking and racketeering, marking a devastating fall from grace. His once thriving career was completely destroyed, and he was sentenced to decades in prison. What was once a story of musical brilliance is now a chilling cautionary tale about abuse, power, and the consequences of unchecked predatory behavior. While his music remains a part of R&B history, his name will forever be synonymous with scandal and disgrace. Chris Brown burst onto the scene as a teenage sensation, charming fans with his smooth vocals, electrifying dance moves, and undeniable talent. He seemed destined for superstardom, but his promising career took a dark turn in 2009 when his violent altercation with then-girlfriend Rihanna became public. The brutal assault shocked the world, shattering Brown's image and making him one of the most controversial figures in music. Despite public apologies and attempts at rehabilitation, Brown's history of reckless relationships and outbursts continued. He frequently found himself in the headlines for volatile behavior, from public fights with other celebrities to legal troubles involving violence and property damage. While some fans remained loyal, others found it difficult to separate the artist from his troubling actions. In recent years, Chris Brown has attempted to repair his image, focusing on his music and speaking more openly about his struggles. He has acknowledged his past mistakes and worked on personal growth, though his reputation remains polarizing. For some, he is a troubled artist who deserves a second chance. For others, his history of violence and erratic behavior continues to overshadow his musical achievements. Regardless, Brown's story is a reminder of how personal demons, when left unchecked, can permanently alter the course of a promising career. Kanye West has never been one to shy away from controversy. From his groundbreaking music to his unpredictable public statements, he has always been a larger-than-life figure. But beneath the genius lies a deeply personal struggle, one that Kanye himself has admitted shaped his views on love, intimacy, and addiction. He has spoken openly about how early exposure to adult content at a young age influenced his relationship with sex and fueled compulsive behaviors throughout his life. His marriage to Kim Kardashian, one of the most high-profile unions in modern pop culture, was often at the center of media scrutiny. While their relationship appeared glamorous on the surface, Kanye's struggles with mental health, addiction, and erratic behavior took a toll. His bipolar disorder, combined with the pressures of fame, led to public meltdowns, outlandish statements, and, ultimately, the breakdown of his marriage. In recent years, Kanye has turned to faith as a source of healing. His Sunday service events and gospel-inspired music signal a shift in his life, as he attempts to find purpose beyond fame and indulgence. While he still battles personal demons, his journey remains one of resilience, self-discovery, and the ongoing struggle between temptation and redemption. Whether his newfound faith will help him overcome his past remains to be seen, but Kanye continues to evolve, both as an artist and as a man searching for deeper meaning. Kevin Hart has built a career on making people laugh, but his personal life hasn't always been a laughing matter. In 2017, he found himself at the center of a cheating scandal when a video surfaced of him with another woman, while his wife, Eniko, was pregnant with their child. The revelation sent shockwaves through Hollywood, tarnishing Hart's reputation as a devoted family man and sparking intense public backlash. Rather than deny or deflect, Hart took full responsibility for his actions. He publicly apologized to his wife and family, acknowledging the pain he had caused. The scandal was a wake-up call, forcing him to confront his behavior and reevaluate his priorities. In his documentary series, Kevin Hart, Don't F*** This Up, he provided an intimate look at the fallout, his efforts to rebuild trust, and the personal growth that followed. Hart has since used comedy as a tool for self-reflection, turning his mistakes into lessons and openly discussing the challenges of fame, temptation, and marriage. While the scandal was a major setback, his willingness to own up to his actions and commit to change has helped him regain public trust. Today, Kevin Hart remains one of the biggest names in comedy, proving that redemption is possible, even in the harsh world of Hollywood. Jada Pinkett Smith has built a reputation as a woman unafraid to speak her truth. But before she became known for her candid revelations on Red Table Talk, she struggled with compulsive behaviors that left her feeling empty and unfulfilled. In a deeply personal conversation on her show, Jada opened up about her past struggles with sex addiction and emotional voids, revealing that she once used sex as a coping mechanism rather than a source of genuine intimacy. She admitted that her compulsive behaviors extended beyond relationships and into other areas of her life, signaling a deeper sense of discontent. Through years of self-discovery, therapy, and introspection, Jada worked to understand the root causes of her struggles. She recognized that her need for validation stemmed from childhood wounds and personal insecurities, which led her to seek fulfillment in all the wrong places. Over time, she found healing through mindfulness, therapy, and an honest evaluation of her past choices. Jada now uses Red Table Talk as a platform to discuss difficult topics, not just for herself, but for millions of viewers who may relate to her struggles. Her transparency has sparked important conversations about addiction, self-worth, and emotional healing, proving that even those who seem to have it all are not immune to personal battles. Through her journey, she has redefined what it means to take control of one's life, showing that healing is possible when one is willing to confront their truth. Andra Day is best known for her powerful vocals and soul-stirring performances. But it wasn't until she stepped into the role of Billie Holiday in the United States versus Billie Holiday that she was forced to confront her own personal demons. Portraying the legendary jazz singer, who herself battled addiction and trauma, Day found unexpected parallels between her character's struggles and her own. In a raw and emotional interview, she admitted that playing Billie Holiday forced her to address her past battles with addiction and unhealthy coping mechanisms, something she had previously kept private. Day revealed that she had struggled with self-destructive behaviors, including addictive tendencies that stemmed from emotional pain. The process of embodying Holiday made her reevaluate her own choices, forcing her to confront difficult truths about herself. She described the role as both liberating and terrifying, as it held up a mirror to the parts of her life she had tried to ignore. In the aftermath of the film, Andra committed to personal growth and healing, embracing a path of self-awareness and inner peace. She credits therapy, faith, and self-reflection for helping her break free from destructive cycles. Today, she is not only an acclaimed artist, but also an advocate for mental health and self-love, proving that sometimes the most difficult roles are the ones that lead to the most profound transformations. Few figures in the entertainment industry embody extravagance quite like seeing Diddy Combs. From his chart-topping music empire to his legendary parties, Diddy has built a reputation as a man who lives life on a grand scale. His influence on hip-hop and R&B is undeniable, but his personal life has been just as much a spectacle as his professional achievements. Diddy has long been known for his high-profile romances, dating some of the most beautiful and successful women in the industry, including Jennifer Lopez, Cassie Ventura, and Kim Porter. However, his love life has often been as complicated as it has been glamorous. While he has never publicly admitted to struggling with sex addiction, his history of fast-paced relationships and indulgent lifestyle suggests an insatiable appetite for excitement and pleasure. The blurred lines between work, pleasure, and addiction have defined much of Diddy's public persona. His extravagant parties, often described as the epitome of excess, have fueled speculation about the hedonistic nature of his personal life. Despite this, he has maintained an image of control, never allowing rumors to derail his business empire. However, with age, Diddy has hinted at a shift in perspective, focusing more on fatherhood and legacy building. While he may never fully abandon the extravagant lifestyle that made him famous, his journey reflects the complexities of a man who has always walked the line between indulgence and discipline. Wilt Chamberlain was a giant both on and off the basketball court. Known for his dominance in the NBA, he shattered records and redefined the sport. However, his athletic greatness was often overshadowed by his personal life. Specifically, his claim that he had slept with 20,000 women. The revelation, made in his autobiography, A View from Above, stunned the world and cemented his reputation as one of the most notorious playboys in sports history. Chamberlain's claim sparked debates about whether his lifestyle was a reflection of his fame or an addiction in disguise. Some viewed his countless encounters as an exaggerated boast, while others saw it as a clear indication of compulsive behavior. Unlike many who struggle with sex addiction, Wilt never expressed regret or concern over his choices. To him, his experiences were a natural extension of his charisma and status as a celebrity athlete. Despite his lack of remorse, his legacy remains a complex one. While his on-court achievements are undeniable, his off-court reputation continues to be a subject of fascination and scrutiny. Some argue that his lifestyle was simply a product of his era, where athletes had unparalleled access to women, while others believe his behavior went beyond normal indulgence. Regardless of where the truth lies, Wilt Chamberlain's story is a reminder that even legends have personal lives that can be just as controversial as their careers. Chris Rock has built his career on sharp wit and fearless comedy, turning life's hardest truths into hilarious stand-up routines. But behind the laughs, Rock has faced personal struggles that took a toll on his marriage and mental well-being. In his Netflix special Tambourine, he shocked fans by admitting to his past infidelities, revealing that his unfaithfulness was part of a deeper issue: his struggle with an addiction to pornography. Rock explained that this habit made it difficult for him to connect with his wife and led to emotional detachment in his relationships. For years, his onstage confidence masked the personal demons he was battling. While he could make audiences laugh with jokes about relationships and human behavior offstage, he was struggling to navigate his own issues. Realizing he was at a breaking point, Rock sought therapy, where he confronted the ways in which his unhealthy habits had affected his marriage and personal growth. Therapy helped him not only to understand his compulsions, but also to rebuild his approach to relationships. His candidness about seeking professional help has resonated with fans, showing that even the most confident and successful individuals can struggle with self-destructive patterns. Rock's story is one of self-awareness and growth, proving that behind every comedian's smile, there can be a deeper journey of healing. 50 Cent has always portrayed himself as a tough, confident, and unapologetic figure, both in his music and personal life. His reputation as a ladies' man has been fueled by his numerous high-profile romances, including relationships with Ciara, Daphne Joy, and Vivica A. Fox. Whether through his music, interviews, or social media presence, 50 Cent has always projected an image of power, dominance, and control when it comes to women. However, some speculate that his playboy persona may be rooted in deeper insecurities. As someone who survived a rough upbringing and an assassination attempt, 50 Cent's aggressive and confident public image could be a defense mechanism, one that extends to his relationships. Critics suggest that his pattern of short-lived romances and his tendency to publicly criticize ex-partners may indicate a struggle with emotional vulnerability. Despite his success and confidence, his relationships have rarely lasted long, leaving many to wonder if his need for dominance extends beyond business and into his personal affairs. While he continues to thrive as an entertainer and entrepreneur, his complicated romantic history raises the question: is 50 Cent's reputation as a womanizer just another part of his brand, or is it a reflection of something deeper? Nicole Ari Parker has captivated audiences with her beauty and talent, but behind closed doors, she faced a personal struggle that nearly consumed her life: sex addiction. Unlike many celebrities who shy away from such admissions, Nicole bravely opened up about how her compulsions took a toll on her well-being, affecting her mental and physical health. She described how her addiction dominated her thoughts and actions, often to the point of neglecting basic needs like eating and sleeping. The pursuit of sexual gratification became a dangerous obsession, leaving her emotionally drained and unfulfilled. However, she soon realized that her behavior was rooted in deeper issues: low self-esteem, a need for validation, and a lack of true emotional connection. Determined to break free from the cycle, Nicole sought professional help. Through therapy, self-reflection, and lifestyle changes, she was able to understand the emotional wound driving her addiction and begin the difficult process of healing. Her story serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of addiction and the resilience required to regain control over one's life. Jennifer Lewis, known as the mother of Black Hollywood, has always exuded confidence and charisma, but her journey has not been without struggle. In her memoir, she opened up about her battle with bipolar disorder and the role it played in her compulsive sexual behavior. For years, she used sex as a coping mechanism, seeking out passion and validation in a way that temporarily masked her deeper pain. The thrill of new encounters provided momentary relief from the emotional turmoil she faced, but it quickly became a destructive pattern. The highs of performing and the applause of audiences were often followed by reckless nights that left her feeling empty. Eventually, she realized that her behavior was unsustainable and that she needed help. Through therapy and medication, Lewis gained control over her bipolar disorder and learned healthier ways to cope with her emotions. She has since become an outspoken advocate for mental health, encouraging others to seek help and remove the stigma around therapy. Today, she is celebrated not just for her acting, but for her honesty and resilience in confronting the challenges she once hid behind a smile. Lil Wayne's music is filled with themes of sex, excess, and rebellion, and his real life has reflected those very same elements. Raised in New Orleans and exposed to adult content at a young age, Wayne developed a complicated relationship with intimacy. His early introduction to sex, combined with his meteoric rise to fame, created an environment where reckless behavior became the norm. As one of the most successful rappers of his generation, Lil Wayne had nearly limitless access to women, and he embraced the lifestyle fully. Groupies, one-night stands, and extravagant parties were a constant part of his world. However, this unrestrained indulgence led to unstable relationships, multiple children with different women, and an inability to maintain long-term commitments. Despite his public persona, Wayne has hinted at the emotional toll his lifestyle has taken. His lyrics often touch on themes of loneliness and self-destruction, suggesting that behind the bravado, there is a man grappling with deeper issues. While he continues to dominate the music industry, his personal struggles with relationships and addiction serve as a cautionary tale about the consequences of early exposure, fame, and an unchecked desire for excess. Tiger Woods was once the ultimate symbol of perfection, a record-breaking golf champion, a marketing goldmine, and the poster boy for discipline and success. But in 2009, his carefully curated image crumbled overnight. A car accident outside his Florida home triggered a media frenzy, leading to the shocking revelation that Woods had engaged in multiple extramarital affairs. As more women came forward with details of their encounters, the world watched as one of the most respected athletes of all time was exposed as a serial cheater. His sponsors dropped him, his marriage to Ellen Nordegren fell apart, and his reputation was in ruins. Woods later admitted that he had been living a double life, driven by a compulsive need for sex and validation. He checked himself into a rehabilitation program for sex addiction, seeking to address the root of his destructive behavior. Over the years, Woods worked hard to rebuild both his personal and professional life. Though he would never fully shake the scandal, his remarkable comeback in 2019, when he won the Masters after years of setbacks, marked one of the greatest redemption stories in sports history. Woods' journey serves as a reminder that even icons can fall, but with effort and accountability, they can also rise again.